Hey, what happens if you call us is we go right ahead and we answer the phone in 1 minute or less than that. That's what happens if you call us. And you know something? I want to share this with people because it's funny, being an entrepreneur is it's the oddest, hardest thing. I've experienced because of the way that I'm treating it, the way that we're treating it. There are things that are harder to do, of course, but as a career path, it's really funny because people love to give you their opinions and they love to challenge you, and then it's funny because as an entrepreneur, you're totally responsible for everything that happens, whether you succeed or fail on a daily basis, So, the one thing you can take control of in our situation is that we answer the phone in 1 minute or less. Okay, and here's why this is beautiful: is because I was at Syracuse University through my master's, 6 years. They're a great school for entrepreneurship. Okay, they have a nice business program and such. And I started 2 LLCs while I was at Syracuse University. Okay, and the deal is when you're in that arena, the startup arena or the entrepreneurship arena, you're probably getting your licks in, but you don't quite have it yet. You understand? Like, I learned all the important lessons that I learned doing that, right? But what I learned was come up with something that nobody can take from your work ethic and turn it into a business, right? So what did we do? We did Gadget Tutor, right, Tanya? Yeah, that's right. What happened was I was freelancing, and it was a bit overwhelming. I'm a people person, I'd say, but sales is not being a people person, and I needed a business partner. And tra-la-la, here came my better half, saved my life in so many ways. Every day. Your only promise today, and let it be on record that I'm beyond grateful for Tonya Murphy. I'll tell you that right now. Whew. Boy, oh boy, all hail Tonya Murphy. So listen, we answer the phone. Ask me again. What happens? What happens when you call us at 1 Minute Tech Help? OMTH? People over robots? What happens when you call us? We answer the phone. No, we answer the phone. Oh, you mean like automated prompts? No, there's no prompts. There's no prompts. We don't need you to select a language. It's all good. It's Kerry and Tonya. We'll answer the phone. We'll figure it out from there. Okay. And guess what? As we grow, okay, and we have some really big things going on right now, partnership-wise, as we grow across the country and we partner with different businesses, organizations, or individuals, there's one thing we're never going to do, and that's compromise the fact that we answer the phone in 1 minute or less, period. No robots, no prompts. We get a live human on the phone with you. A live human on the phone with you that understands. We don't hire overseas. We don't hire from overseas. And that's all. We don't hire from overseas, and I'll tell you why specifically we don't do that. If somebody's answering the phone for me or for Tonya, it's because we know they understand that this business will always pick up in a minute or less. Okay? Now, I'm telling you right now, like, we've been advised, people like to try and advise. Why would you do a minute's crazy? Why don't you say 5 minutes? Within 5 minutes, you'll call them back. No. That's a different business. Oh, and they don't want you to know that they could all do this for you. Even if they think that you do know that, they don't care because, each moment that somebody has to delay answering your call is a penny saved. So I'll just round it off. Okay, 1 minute tech help. Gadget Tutor. We were in people's homes, and we were installing high-end audio video, and we still do that. But what we learned was most often with our clients' home visit, right? We could have done this over the phone. And that's good for you, and it's good for me, and they didn't know, you know. They figure my printer's like, what am I going to do? Why would they have us come to their house? Right, right. We proved with Gadget Tutor, and we bled and we sweat and we continue to for our clients because that's how we learned what's really going on here. You know, when my dad calls on Saturday because the SU game's coming on in 5 minutes and he can't get the game on the TV, and I'm his son, you know, we got to remind Dad sometimes, you know, but I'm on the phone in under a minute, which means he's going to have that game on before it starts, and that's 5 minutes away. When has that been possible in the past? And that's what the bigger companies, they're not interested in doing this for you, but we are, and that's all we're interested in doing for you. We're interested in talking to you immediately, getting to the bottom of it, whatever problem you're having or whatever question you might have, and we're keeping it honest. That's why I said we don't hire from overseas, because Tonya and I want to know our employees. We want to love our employees. We want to bleed and sweat for our employees like we have for our clients, because we want to make sure that if somebody calls, they're having a quality experience, because that's what we set out to do with the Gadget Tutor. I told Tonya, and we meant this. I mean, we meant this. And people will make a video telling you about, oh, $5. Okay, cool. But guess what? You know, when life hands it to you in your 20s and really shows you what this world's made of, when all the lights go off and you're standing there alone in the dark and you're screaming for somebody to help you or put a hand out or to turn a light on, and what do you hear? Crickets. Right? We found each other in that, you know. We found each other in that, and my grandfather told me that he would have been a junior at St. John's in the city, but he paused after a sophomore year, went off, served World War II, came back 2 years later to finish St. John's. Ooh. He moonwalked that mother with his eyes closed after he'd been off to war. And Tonya and I felt like we'd been off to battle, and we said, we're starting the Gadget Tutor because we were freelancing a bit, you know, and we had a moment with a client, and I told Tonya, we see one look a day on an older man who thought he may die without FaceTiming his great-great-granddaughter, and we just hooked that up. And the look on his face is, you just surprised him for the first time in a long time. And he's not going to have to die having not ever been figured out the FaceTime. A lot. He hasn't passed away, you know? But my point is, how many people like him have to go ahead and assume, because they're pragmatic, who's going to help me with this? You know? And so you go down the road of, I'm going to call somebody. Yeah, you know. We literally have a promo of my grandfather telling me about what a nightmare that is. Hewlett-Packard, they charge your credit card before they talk to you. You know, a lot of people do stuff like this. Long story short, we're making it real easy for you. We're making it a no-brainer. Even if you don't know what kind of service we're going to provide to you, you know that someone will be on the phone with you, you know, within the first minute. Your first call's free. You're going to do that, you know, and I promise you're gonna fall in love with it, because we call each other if we're on the field and need a question answered. It's just a good, honest system of, you know, you keep us honest, and we. So when you call us, what happens is we answer the phone. We do not answer and put you on hold. We do not answer and transfer you. We answer the phone and we just help you. No, there's no robots. And hey, look, last but not least, because I don't know if you could see all this stuff on this, we have about 4 different workstations due to COVID, because we have a lot of remote clients, and we've been building out the call center and stress testing it, and we're pretty much ready to go nationwide. But we're going to go wide to Syracuse first, because this is where our heart is, and COVID or no COVID, we're going to stick around Syracuse, because we're proud to be from Syracuse, and we think we're going to end up providing some pretty good jobs for people around here as well. But we have a lot to get back to. But that's perfect timing. I got a good few minutes. That's a wrap.